Isn't the name of Jesus wonderful? Isn't the name of Jesus wonderful?
Hi, I'm Angie Blunt,
And I'm Doug Blunt.
and together we're Blunt Photographic.
And for over a decade now, we've been passionately recording the beauty that God has created in the outdoor world. We're nature photographers, and we've prayed and sought God that our photography might somehow be used to glorify Him.
And it's opened humongous doors for us in this past year that we never anticipated when we started our photography journey. And as a result of our photography, we've talked to people. They're telling us that we've been a blessing to them in a way that comforts their hearts. And we know with our hearts that it's God doing that through us, glorifying God through what we do. And that's our goal, is to share the goodness and the love of God with people through our photography.
Yeah, and later on, maybe we'll be able to share some of the sentiments that people have shared with us without invading any privacy. But we're going to show you our photography now. You can get a look at what it is we do most days. The still photography that I do primarily, and the stills and video photography that Angie does so well. So we're going to show you the photography, and then later on we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about what God has been doing.
All the world can come to Him and have their sins removed. Isn't the name of Jesus wonderful? Isn't the name of Jesus beautiful? Isn't the name of Jesus beautiful? Son of God and one of us, the lover of our souls. Isn't the name of Jesus beautiful? Eternal King, you reign forever, and we will sing the glory of your name. Be lifted high for all the world to see. Your name is all they need. Your name is all we need.
Isn't the name of Jesus powerful? Isn't the name of Jesus powerful? Chains are broken when it's spoken. Every knee must bow. Isn't the name of Jesus powerful?
Come on, lift your voice, sing Eternal King. Eternal King, you reign forever, and we will sing the glory of your name. Be lifted high for all the world to see. Your name is all they need. Your name is all we need. Eternal King, Eternal King, you reign forever. We will sing the glory of your name. The glory of your name. Be lifted high for all the world to see. Your name is all we need. Your name is all we need. 'Cause there is freedom in the name. There's healing in the name. There is power in the name. Salvation in the name. There is life in the name. There is no other name but Jesus. Jesus, there is freedom. There is freedom.
So our biggest thrill in this part of the journey that we're on with our photography right now is that the Lord is drawing people to us over and over again from all over the place. Pennsylvania, Nebraska, Maine, Where else?
Overseas.
Indiana, overseas. A lady in Germany wanted our photography in her house. It's been an amazing year, but we had prayed about it, and we were seeking God for ways to glorify His name. So we want to tell a story to illustrate how the Lord is working this out. And it's not something that we planned at all. So go ahead and start the story out.
Well, a couple days ago, we were at the beach around 6:30 in the morning, and I was down at the beach, and Doug was back a little ways photographing, and a woman walked down to me, and she said, "Are you Angie Blunt?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "I've been hoping to meet you guys." And here it turns out that she was leaving that day, and without going into a lot of detail, she was had been through a lot in her life this past couple years, and she just opened up to me, and I just hugged her, and I hugged her, and I hugged her 3 long times. So
I watched this happen.
Doug was watching this from afar, and she was so thankful and blessed to have that love touch. And that's what we want to do with our photography. Basically, we want to give God's love touch. That's the goal, is God's love touch, if you want to sum it up, right, Doug?
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah, serving the love of Christ to people through our photography, and then in person.
Yes.
And maybe even ultimately the blogs on the website where they can read about Christ and the work that He's done.
Right. So that's our goal.
And what happened to me, I was watching this all happen kind of frame left of what I was shooting. I watched this whole thing, 3 big barracks, and they were long ones. Yeah. And it dawned on me, if it hadn't been for photography opening the door, and the Lord's obviously his hand upon the whole thing, drawing this person to us, that opened the door for the opportunity to share the love of Christ with her. So this has been an amazing ride for us. Yeah. And we just want to encourage you guys out there that are watching this. We're supposed to be using our talents for God, right? That's what coming right out of the Gospels. So ask God to help you figure out, let Him work it out, how you can use your talents that He's given you once you identify them. And part of that has to do with the passion you have. We certainly have a God-given passion for this work that we're doing, but it's ultimately about touching souls. And if you pray that way, God will make a way.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for your time and for watching. And we just share love with you. And we're just so thankful and blessed. So thank you.
Thanks for listening.